Introduction. The world is laced with shifting cultures. The world's culture is giving reference to its origin, but newer generations have begun to see things from a different perspective as they transcend into new phases. One of these new cultures is industrialization. Civilization is changing the idea of the structures of society. It's no doubt that the societal change is a product of the changes in family structures. Decades before now, more organic meals were consumed. The world's population was not as large as it is now, but presently there are over 7 billion people in the world, all living and breathing, meaning these people must live in a protected environment. Although a huge population in underdeveloped countries are still endangered, feed well, and be clothed. These are man's basic needs. Now that the world is teeming with many people, and food production is not meeting the demands of this population, there is a lot of abnormal feeding. Man needs to be fed. Increasing the number of laboratory-prepared food isn't going to help. The world's population is increasing by at least 90 million yearly in developing countries, but farmlands are becoming increasingly degraded. In addition, man's activities like overgrazing, deforestation, and urbanization, involving the building in spaces that were a previously large expanse of greenness, contribute to the deteriorating state of food production. The Food and Agriculture Organization, or FAO, reports that many young, vigorous people migrate from the suburbs to cities to search for better livelihood. As a result of this move, the number of hands contributing to farming is reducing. And farming, being a labor-intensive work, there is a huge gap in meeting the demands of consumers. This leads to a rise in the consumption of inorganic foods. Also, governments of many developing countries are failing to see this trend in order to focus on agriculture. So, if the food producers are no more on duty, what are we left with? A suitable answer to this is a lot of junk. Laboratory-prepared meals, meals laced with dangerous additives and chemicals that can replace organically grown foods, but destroy our bodies. These foods become cheap and common, while the healthier meals, expensive. And the option becomes whether to go for this or to spend excessively on very healthy meals. The effect of this culture is a lot of health problems, such as excessive weight gain. In other undeveloped or developing countries, the situation is terrible. There's no access to these cheap, overly processed foods. Therefore, left with this option, many starve to death. This is appalling, but this book is about solving problems. So first, we solve the problems of the excessive weighty people by suggesting the ketogenic diet. Then we give some tips on how to change some lifestyle which can help save our food production. It may seem an arduous task, but it is not impossible. In the world of keto, there are rules, just like there are laws in every kingdom. These laws enable the smooth running of the kingdom and keep people in order, but the keto diet rules serve as a pointer to the journey of keto dieting. This is a how-to book. So why do we need a healthy lifestyle? A healthy body is what takes us through life while enjoying every moment of it. Physical, mental, social, and emotional health are needed if we were going to live maximally. A healthy body can be achieved and maintained if following the rules of healthy living becomes a way of life. It is about a person who would lead them to a particular destination. Therefore, a healthy lifestyle is formed from a commitment to get better and to live healthier. A healthy lifestyle is not limited to food. It is having the totality of a healthy environment in terms of nature, the circumstances, and the people around. A person who claims to practice this must regularly check in with their doctor, too. The environment has to foster one's good health by making sure the emotional and physical are in place. This is what truly drives a successful keto diet. Chapter 1. How do you lose weight during keto dieting? A keto diet is simply a low-carb but fat-rich, fat and moderate protein diet. Another name for it is the ketogenic diet. This diet causes the human body to burn fat instead of carbohydrate, replacing carbohydrate glucose with fat glucose as an energy source. Initially, it was adopted to help treat some specific medical conditions. Examples of such specific medical conditions include hard-to-control epilepsy in children. It was noted that this type of diet is used to significantly reduce seizures in pediatric epilepsy, especially in patients that medication was not pulling through for them. It is also commonly used to control diabetes and is tested and used in monitored settings for the treatment of other conditions such as cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS. This diet causes a significant reduction in blood sugar and insulin in the body, a beneficial metabolic change. However, it also develops some side effects, such as high cholesterol, acidosis or ketosis, constipation, and kidney stones. Over time, the ketogenic diet has been adapted for use in weight loss strategy. An example is what is called the Atkins diet. The Atkins diet is one containing very rich protein and a low carbohydrate fad diet. The idea is that carbohydrate is very crucial in weight gain, so a reduction in its intake of food will help curb its effect on weight gain on the body and help stay thin. Other examples of low-carb diets include the Dukan diet and paleo diets. The major difference between them and the ketogenic diet is the fat content. From its name, the keto diet requires the intake of more fats than in other diets. Types of ketogenic diets. There are many versions of ketogenic foods, but all ban the use of carb-rich food. The carbs are usually restricted to under 50 grams per day. The types of keto food all vary, but most allow foods high in saturated fats. Number 1. The standard ketogenic diet. This is a very low-carb diet, moderate protein, and high-fat diet. It contains 70% of fat, 20% proteins, and 10% carbs. A standard ketogenic diet focuses on making the fat in a diet the major source of calories. In addition, there should be a strong intake of vegetables, particularly non-starchy vegetables. Number 2, high-protein ketogenic diet. This type of diet contains more protein than a standard ketogenic diet. It has a ratio of 60% fat, 35% protein, and 5% carbs. Unfortunately, there is a lack of research on this diet if it develops an effect or health risk if followed for many years. But research does show the effect of following a high-protein diet for weight loss. Number 3, the cyclical ketogenic diet. This diet involves rotating between a strict high-fat, low-carb keto meal plan and a higher carb intake. Cyclical ketogenic diet varies from other types of ketogenic meal plans. Its regimen involves adhering to standard ketogenic diet protocol in 5 days, followed by 2 days of high carb. These 2 days of refeeding are meant to replenish the body's depleted glucose reserves. Therefore, this diet is intended for those seeking muscle growth and improved exercise performance, for example, athletes. The refeeding days are to replenish the glycogen lost from muscles during their workouts. Number 4, the targeted ketogenic diet. This is similar to a standard ketogenic diet. Similar in the sense that the carb consumption is almost the same amount, but there will be a difference in the time and spacing in the consumption of these carbs. A standard ketogenic consumption will allow for the spread of carbs evenly across meals, but this other version allows for carb consumption almost simultaneously, preferably around workout times. The targeted ketogenic diet is also a type of ketogenic diet adopted by athletes. This diet would help prevent exercise fatigue and low blood sugar. Number 5, the MCT ketogenic diet. This type of ketogenic diet involves using medium-chain triglycerides, or MCT, to provide much of the fat content of the diet. Medium-chain triglycerides are absorbed and transported more efficiently in the body than other types of fat. Also, unlike its counterpart, long-chain triglycerides that are present in normal dietary intake, medium-chain triglycerides provide more ketones per unit of dietary energy. It, however, has its side effects when consumed largely on its own. Those side effects vary in the individual, but are generally stomach upset. Therefore, it should be incorporated into meals. In this ketogenic diet, about 30% to 60% of the fat intake in the diet should come from MCT fat. The concept of ketosis and its health benefit. Nutritional ketosis occurs when the body starts burning fat instead of glucose as fuel to produce energy. The liver breaks down this fat into ketones, which are used as an energy source. This metabolic condition is effectively induced by sticking to a ketogenic diet. This is a method of burning fat and losing weight. In addition, adopting a ketogenic diet lowers risk factors for disease, including reducing blood pressure and triglycerides levels. Another method of inducing ketosis is intermittent fasting. There are different types of intermittent fasting for different people, but they all sum up to induce ketosis. Note that ketosis differs greatly from ketoacidosis, a term used to describe type 1 diabetes. Although each process involves the production of ketone, ketosis and ketoacidosis widely vary from each other in that the former is a healthy form, while the latter can be life-threatening. Inducing ketosis is normally safe, but some individuals can end up being malnourished due to nutritional imbalance. So, diving into ketogenic diets varies according to person. Therefore, choosing a ketogenic diet requires careful consideration of the expected outcome of opting for the meal, the type of activity the person opting for the meal engages in, and the person's body type. Ketosis was initially developed because of its significant help in treating the neurological disorder epilepsy in children. However, over the years, studies have shown how beneficial it is in treating and managing other types of diseases. For example, ketosis is significant in managing heart conditions because of ketosis's effect on blood sugar, blood pressure, and good cholesterol levels. However, research is still ongoing and yet to be undergone about how far the induction of ketosis could change the world of medicine as we know it. Is the keto diet effective? Of course it is. But just like for your major healthy lifestyle changes, your nutritionist or doctor should be aware. The keto diet is complete and cool, but there are stories of people who have backed out after embarking on the keto diet journey due to health situations. Chapter 2. How to effectively adhere to the ketogenic diet. What is a ketone? A ketone is neither carbohydrate, fat, nor protein. It is the combination of carbs and fats, but neither of any. Ketone helps to supply energy, helps in the brain, and heart functioning. Most of the body tissues need ketones. Other tissues use glucose, but that doesn't mean that we have to ingest a lot of glucose. Our bodies can produce glucose from other nutrients in the body. The body switches to produce what we need by utilizing every nutrient to supply energy to the body. But whatever the body does, we need to remain healthy. The World Health Organization, or WHO, defines health as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Therefore, if your body can work itself out while you remain healthy, you are good to go without overburdening. If keto is a culture, there is an effective way to practice it. This is why in this chapter we will learn how to adhere to the ketogenic diet effectively. The following tips are what helps a healthy keto lifestyle. Number 1, understand it. This is the first tip here. Understanding a process makes going through the process easier. I am sure this is a reason you picked up this literature. You sought to learn deeply about the ketogenic diet to be able to utilize it according to your body's needs. What you have read so far in this book will resonate with these tips given below. The frequency of eating. In keto dieting, the frequency of your eating has to be controlled. Some nutritionists prescribe suspending breakfast so that it becomes an early lunch. The lunch can be taken close to the evening time. If anything is to be taken in between breakfast and lunch, it should be a snack. But there should be no snack after dinner. One should only take in fruits or other liquids, not alcohol. If there's anything you should be avoiding or cut down on, it is alcohol. Next, healthy keto plan leafy greens and vegetables. Vegetables contain a lot of fiber and can be good sources of carbohydrates, but they are not completely done without. The goal of keto is not to completely do without carbs, but to lessen their intake. Since you would be doing without sugar, fat-free foods, and fruits with a high sugar content, it would be nice to have some greens like spinach, but not too much. Another reason why we should not avoid is that carbs are essential for healthy body metabolism. The metabolism rate helps to slow down the accumulation of weight in the body. During metabolism, the body utilizes the available nutrient. So, a high metabolism rate means the body will break down essential fats to turn them into sugar. Next, seek grass-fed, pasture-raised animals. Although fat is involved, only healthy fat is authorized. Polyunsaturated fats, or PUFAs, are unstable fatty acids that have a high level of oxidation and are not good for our health. Omega-3 and omega-6 fats are prescribed because of the numerous health benefits, but the side effects should be ignored. Often there are contrary opinions when it comes to nutrition because some postulate about what to take or what not to take are relying on insufficient research. A lot of research has to be done over these fats in longer periods. Polyunsaturated fats break down the chains due to oxidation. Saturated fats are better because they do not need antioxidants, which lowers the risk of cancer. Finally, don't eat unless hungry. Attaining acidosis will also require fasting in the mornings with only liquid or no foods. It is best to shift the morning meal to lunch. This way, one can feel energized and concentrated before the meal and stay longer without having to eat anything till dinner, which of course will be early. After dinner, there should be no snacks or hard desserts, and taking a drink should go well. The next tip is to build a habit around it. It is estimated that it takes 3 weeks to build a habit fully. After understanding the rigors of the keto diet you would be going through, decide if you want that to affect your lifestyle for a while or forever. Be on the lookout for your success in this journey. Remember, there is no challenge without innovative solutions. Ketogenic dieting has to become a habit because it is a journey, and journeys are fun, especially when you become healthy in the end. Keto dieters live that way, so it would be best if you grew to the point that keto is the only thing in your dictionary. Outlined below are some positive daily habits to combine with keto dieting to build you emotionally and physically. Meditate. Ponder is another word for meditating. The art of meditation originated before history. Something which sounded more religious than secular is fast becoming a stylish trend. Meditations help to rewind. It puts the brain in a better position to understand its processes. Being self-aware, ridding negative emotions, and developing tolerance are all benefits of meditation. That 30-minute meditation can help put you in a better state of mind and body during the day. Make daily meditation a habit. Read a book or learn something new every day. Learning new things helps to stimulate our minds. Books open our minds and transport our imagination to beautiful places. Detoxing helps your confidence level, decision-making, and effectiveness. Learning new things can equip the mind with a form of smartness. You could check out a book on other diets just like this one. People who learn new things every day are optimistic that they can overcome life's challenges and go through life smoothly. Sleep well. An adequate amount of REM sleep is needed for the proper functioning of the body. It could be possible you are going through that weight gain problem because of the lack of sleep. Sleeping well strengthens the body, improves memory function, and puts you in a better mood to be the keto dieter you've dreamed of. Besides, you cannot dream if you do not sleep. Chapter 3. What not to eat. You may have tried on your own to eat low-fat meals, cut down your food rations, and even went as far as counting your calorie intake. But you did not lose as much weight as you expected, or it got tough, and you couldn't keep up. Well, if this is you, try the keto diet. But first, from previous chapters, you have learned that it is a way to lose weight, and lose it fast without having to starve. Contrary to popular belief, eating less is not the most effective way to lose weight. Eating right is. You can eat as much as you want and still lose weight if you avoid certain foods and eat what is recommended in this diet. What makes you fat? Insulin does. Insulin is the hormone in the body that helps convert glucose, or simple sugar from carbohydrates, into glycogen, starch stored in the liver and muscles, and is used for energy. When there's too much glucose than the body needs, insulin converts the excess into fatty tissue called triglyceride, which contains mostly adipose tissue, the thing you want to do away with. To get fatty tissue, you need to cut down your supply of glucose to the body and allow your body to burn stored fat for energy. The way to achieve this is by reducing your intake of carbohydrate foods. This probably does not sound right to you, but we will get into the details. The unbalanced corrective diet versus the balanced diet. We all know what a balanced diet is. Our model of a healthy diet contains all the classes of food in the right proportion. Ever since we were kids, we were taught to eat balanced meals for a healthy lifestyle. Eating balanced meals is surely the way to go if you already have a balanced metabolism. In this case, balanced meals will help you maintain a healthy weight. On the other hand, if you already have an unbalanced metabolism, you are overweight and looking to shed some fat, do you think a balanced diet will give you the results you seek? Of course not. Eating a balanced diet when you have an unbalanced metabolism cannot give you a balanced result. The point is this: to correct an unbalanced metabolism, you need an unbalanced diet. Foods to avoid while on a ketogenic diet. Having established that you cannot have balanced meals on a ketogenic diet, it is obvious that there are foods to avoid. Earlier in this chapter, we talked about the hormone that makes us fat and how it does it. Then we established that carbohydrates, which generates glucose, which becomes triglyceride, make us fat or overweight. From this, we can deduce that foods to avoid on a keto diet are high in carbohydrates and sugar. When they are broken down, we have grains. This is a no-no when it comes to the keto diet, since it has already been established that carbs are to be avoided in the diet. Having grains in your diet will defeat the purpose of the diet because grains are carbohydrates. Grains to avoid include oatmeal, flour and corn tortillas, wheat, rice, sourdough, corn, sandwich wraps, rye, millet, etc. Vegetables. This surely sounds strange, but some veggies contain a lot of starch. Therefore, you should avoid the following: potatoes, both sweet and baked, yam, peas, cassava, parsnips, artichokes, etc. Some fruits. Fruits are good when dieting, but not all fruits are good for the ketogenic diet. Some fruits are high in carbohydrates and sugar. Such fruits are best avoided. These fruits include tangerines, pineapples, oranges, apples, bananas, grapes, pears, fruit juices, nectarines, mangoes, peaches, fruit smoothies, and dried fruits such as dates and raisins. Unhealthy fat. Artificial trans fat, also known as bad fat, causes stroke, heart disease, and other serious health challenges. Whether you are on a keto diet or not, it is best to avoid this kind of fat. However, since we are talking about foods to avoid when on a keto diet, our focus will be on its effect on weight loss. Eating foods with saturated fat, such as processed food, is bad during the keto diet. These foods should be avoided. Pastries, cookies, donuts, muffins, cakes, pizza dough, packed snack foods such as crackers, popcorns, chips, etc. Beverages. Be careful not to take drinks with sugar and carbs. The following should be avoided: vitamin water, soda, fruit juice, lemonade, sports drinks, root beer, tonic water, energy drinks, sweetened iced tea, beer, cocktails, and so on. Legumes. Legume is a good source of protein, but it can be high in carbohydrate as well. When on a ketogenic diet, it is best to stay away from the following: baked beans, chickpeas, pinto beans, black-eyed peas, lima beans, kidney beans, cannellini beans, navy beans, etc. Dairy. Although dairy foods are usually low in carbohydrates, it is still advised to have them in moderation. However, because they are low in carbs does not mean having too much of them will not hurt your diet. Here are some dairy foods to avoid: condensed milk, creamed cottage cheese, and yogurt. Sugary foods. There are foods with natural sugars. Now, whether they are healthy or not should be minimized or avoided. Low fat. It is advisable not just to watch out for unhealthy fat. Also, foods with low fat should be avoided. Artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners contain a lot of additives, which make them harmful. These additives, such as aspartame, saccharin, sucralose, acesulfame, and the likes, can lead to a sugar craving, and they can also cause health issues such as high sugar level, high cholesterol level, migraine, etc. Alcohol. Alcohol doesn't help during the keto diet. There is a rule that says alcohol should be limited, and this is subject to some alcohol types such as tequila, white wine, whiskey, red wine, rum, vodka, gin, and light beer. Most of these do not contain carbohydrates, but red wine, white wine, and light beer have carbohydrates. The daily serving recommended for these wines should range from 1.5 ounces to 12 ounces. To achieve your weight loss goals, all you need to do is watch the quality of your food intake, not the quantity. If you ask me, I'd say that's easy. Remember, the key is to cut the intake of carbs. Chapter 4. What to eat. Eat the rainbow. It has been established that following a ketogenic diet is an effective way to achieve ketosis. That means these diets are specifically designed for the job of achieving ketosis in the body. Therefore, there is a change in the composition and the type of food in the keto diet, which differs from the food type taken by a non-keto dieter. A keto dieter will learn to adapt to producing energy using fats other than carbs, facilitates weight loss, and the added benefit of lowering the risk factor for diseases. In addition, research has shown that following a low-carb ketogenic diet is more effective for long-term weight loss than following a low-fat diet. And what's more, a ketogenic diet doesn't involve trying to count or track calories. The weight loss effect is quite effective because the ketogenic diet does the following things, among others. 1. Appetite suppression. The keto diet is a dose for appetite suppression. The fat can make one feel full for a longer time than usual. The ketogenic habit trains the body to feel okay, even at times when there is no food. It's like saying, it's over to hunger. 2. Gluconeogenesis. This is a metabolic process in which the body converts fats and proteins into carbs for fuel. Glucose is synthesized here from those non-carbohydrate precursors. 3. Increased protein intake. Ketogenic diets lead to an increase in the protein intake taken into the body. As a result, keto-friendly protein sources such as meat, cheese, poultry, seafood, eggs, and soy-based products are broken down in the body, thereby encouraging weight loss. 4. Improved insulin sensitivity. The body cells tend to respond more to insulin, allowing it to utilize blood glucose more effectively. This has the benefit of reducing blood sugar. 5. Decreased fat storage. Studies have shown that ketogenic diets slightly increase the amount of fat burned during daily activities and exercise. It is also resources the process of lipogenesis. Lipogenesis is the process of converting sugar to fat. Instead of excess carb accumulating as fat, it is burned and used up. The meals. It cannot be overmentioned. Foods high in carbs should be avoided for a person to begin a keto diet. Examples of those foods that should just be eliminated are: number 1, grains or starch, rice and grains, pasta, oats, cornmeal, etc. Number 2, fruits. Most fruit except berries like strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, blueberry, and others like avocado, lemon, peaches, and banana. Number 3, sugary food. Soda, fruit juice, smoothies, cake, and ice cream. Number 4, vegetables. Not necessarily all types of vegetables, just the ones that are rich in carbs. The root vegetable and tubers are examples of such veggies to avoid. Yam, potatoes, carrot, parsnips, sweet potatoes, beets, and legumes. Number 5, low-fat or diet products, low-fat mayonnaise, reduced-fat dairy, lean meats, salad dressings, and condiments. Number 6, alcohol. All forms of alcohol should be avoided. Either the ones taken plain or mixed in drinks should not be consumed by a ketogenic dieting individual. Brandy, whiskey, wine, liquor, beer, or mixed drinks are all a big no. Number 7, sugar-free diet food. Sugar-free candies, puddings, sweeteners, syrups, etc. Number 8, saturated fats. These are unhealthy fats, such as processed vegetable oil. Keto-friendly foods are healthy low-carb foods. This includes, number 1, seafood. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, some crabs, and shellfish are very keto-friendly food because they are virtually carb-free. Studies have proven that increased intake of fish works in improving cognitive health and decreasing diseases. Number 2, vegetables, especially low-carb, non-starchy vegetables. Keto-friendly vegetables include cauliflower, kale, broccoli, cabbage, cucumber, eggplant, zucchini, olives, lettuce, tomatoes, asparagus, avocado, spinach, peppers, especially green beans, and onions. Avocados are a very healthy, keto-friendly food with a low composition of the carb count. They contain potassium and several other vitamins and minerals. They help improve cholesterol and triglycerides levels in the body. Number 3, meat and poultry products. Fresh meat and poultry contain very many vitamins and minerals. In addition, they contain a high level of protein that preserves muscle mass during a low-carb diet. Meat, preferably those from grass-fed animals, has a higher amount of omega-3 fats, conjugated linoleic acid, and antioxidants than grain-fed animals. In all, though, examples of meat and poultry products that are keto-friendly include eggs, red meat, steak, ham, sausage, bacon, chicken, turkey, lamb chops, bison, beef, and cheese. Number 4, healthy oils. Medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs, are examples of keto-approved healthy oils as a ketogenic diet. Coconut oil, for example, has a unique property to term it keto-friendly. It helps improve the ketone levels in the body. Other healthy types of keto-friendly oils are avocado oil and extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil provides impressive benefits for the heart and contains high antioxidants known as phenols. Number 5, nuts and seeds. These are healthy low-carb foods. They contain high fiber that helps in the feeling of fullness, and their consumption has been linked to reduced risk certain cancers, heart diseases, and other chronic diseases. Examples include almonds, cashew nuts, walnuts, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, pecans, sesame seeds, Brazil nuts, and pistachios. Number 6, dark chocolate and cocoa powder. These two are important antioxidants that help reduce the risk of heart disease by lowering blood pressure. Number 7, carb-free drinks, such as unsweetened coffee and tea. These two contain caffeine that helps improve physical performance, alertness, and mood. Number 8, condiments, such as spices, salt, pepper, and herbs. Meal planning. Being on a ketogenic diet does not mean your diet has to be all boring. Always try to rotate the vegetables and the meat to enjoy their different benefits, especially in the long term. A ketogenic diet has a wide variety of meals. So, when planning the meal, meats and fats are healthy, but some very healthy vegetables are keto-friendly. Some keto-approved snacks and desserts are cheese and full-fat Greek yogurt mixed with nut butter and cocoa powder. And remember, be creative. Being keto-friendly does not equate to keto boring. Chapter 5, Why the Keto Diet? The ketogenic diet's major process is to get more calories from fat than from carbs. This is why a diet comprises many healthy fats, an adequate amount of protein, and few carbohydrates. Its composition sums up the major goal, which is to burn fat, thereby losing weight. But alongside losing weight, a keto diet has many added health benefits. The structure of a ketogenic diet, especially when planned properly, promotes a completely new and healthy lifestyle. Some of these benefits have been mentioned, but not in detail. This chapter elaborates on the previously mentioned benefits and more. Benefits of the keto diet. Number 1, appetite reduction. A ketogenic diet consists of food that fills up a person and gives the person a feeling of fullness, thereby reducing the person's hunger-stimulating hormone. Studies have shown that those who stick to low-carbohydrate diet meals get less hungry than those who do other types of diet. This hunger reduction reduces the number of times food is let into the body, hence weight loss. Number 2, energy levels. Ketogenic diets can improve your energy levels. Initially, it is quite common to come down with the keto flu, especially when an individual is just starting on this diet. Keto flu results from the introduction of a new source of energy into the body, ketone. The first few days of the big change can make the body feel tired until the body adapts. It is not uncommon for the condition to get accompanied by other symptoms like headache, nausea, upset stomach, dizziness, and some other unpleasant conditions. Then, over time, energy levels strategically increase and improve. Number 3, blood sugar. It was emphasized earlier in this book that the blood sugar level decreases because of the change in the source of the body's energy from glucose to ketone. Insulin-resistant individuals come up with type 2 diabetes. Because of their body's inability to respond to the hormone insulin, the blood sugar level is likely to be high. Nutritional ketosis will be beneficial for lowering the sugar level in the blood. A body in ketosis will make less insulin. This is how the keto diet manages diabetes. Number 4, heart health. Fat consumption in the body is an effective way of increasing the body's high-density lipoprotein, HDL, an enzyme responsible for reducing the risk of heart disease. But while undergoing a ketogenic diet, be sure to ensure that consumption should be done healthily. A high level of cholesterol, HDL, in the body can be detrimental to the heart. So, opting for an avocado fat other than the usual pork is better. Number 5, liver health. The liver is an organ responsible for dealing with most of the nutrients and poisons entering the human body system. For those who are at risk of developing any fatty liver disease, a ketogenic diet helps. The keto diet can help decrease the chances of suffering from liver disease. In addition, its effect on managing pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes will cause low blood sugar and keep the liver away from the risk of fatty liver disease. Number 6, low risk of cancer. Ketogenic diets reduce the blood sugar level, which reduces the risk of any insulin complications. The hormone insulin can place the body at risk of triggering cancerous cells. Hence, it helps prevent certain types of cancer. Studies have shown that ketogenic diets alongside chemotherapy in the treatments of some cancers may be beneficial in the treatment. Number 7, reduces seizures. The ketogenic diet's ratio of fat, proteins, and carbohydrates is the reason for the change in the body's type of energy. The use of ketones instead of glucose places the body under a condition called ketosis. Research has proven that an epileptic body in the state of ketosis is known to reduce seizures. Medically, ketogenic diets are usually preferred to be used in the treatment of epilepsy in children of all ages. These diets are used to support the prevention of epilepsy symptoms by several different mechanisms. Although those mechanisms are yet to be fully understood, the low blood sugar and high fat component of the diet alters the excitability of the brain, and in this way reduces the tendency to regenerate seizures. Number 8, brain functions. Research and studies have suggested that the ketones gotten when undergoing ketogenic diets helps provide neuroprotective benefits. This suggests that the brain operates more effectively on ketones than on blood sugar. As a result, ketogenic diets have been a supporting treatment in the treatments of neurological conditions such as Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, autism, and other brain-related disorders. Number 9, polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS. Polycystic ovarian syndrome, PCOS, is a hormonal disease in which women of reproductive age may have infrequent or prolonged menstrual periods or excess androgen, or male hormones, levels. Although not very many, studies have shown that keto diets have beneficial effects for those with hormonal disorders like PCOS. The composition of ketogenic diets will result in improvement in the ratio of luteinizing hormone and follicle-stimulating hormone. The array of health benefits that diving into the ketogenic diet presents is incredible. With the many types of ketogenic diets, finding the right type according to what your body can take might require the help of a physician, a dietitian, or a trusted healthcare provider. Strictly adhering to the diet facilitates the reason for taking to the diet initially. Studies are still going on how effective and healthy keto dieting can be on the body in the long term. This is because, despite the diet's success in the treatment of medical conditions, it has its potential side effects on the body, especially when it is explored for greater than 2 years. Some of these side effects can have risks that are detrimental in the long run. For example, high cholesterol can facilitate fatty deposits in the blood vessels. This occlusion can stand in the way of blood flow, hence the heart can be affected. The development of other conditions like kidney stones, constipation, nutritional deficiencies, low blood pressure, and eating disorders are side effects of the long-term exploration of the ketogenic diet. With the pros of significant and healthy weight loss, the best way to begin a ketogenic diet is by seeking help from a dietitian or a doctor. Chapter 6: Combining Keto with Exercise. It has already been established that going on a keto diet is a very effective and healthy way to lose weight. But it is even much better when this diet is combined with exercise. It is not news that exercising has its health benefits, including improved heart condition, better sleep quality, weight management, and many others. Working out on a keto diet gives more rapid weight loss results than working out without an accompanying diet. Therefore, in this chapter, we will be discussing how to combine the keto diet with exercise. Exercise can be done in different ways. It ranges from low-intensity cardio workouts such as running, kickboxing, swimming, hiking, to high-intensity workouts such as mountain climbers, plyo, push-ups, tuck-ups, Russian twists, and everything in between. We will be focusing on analyzing the right kinds of exercises to combine with the keto diet and how often these exercises should be done and in what manner they should be done. How to combine the keto diet with exercise. When you are on a ketogenic diet, you are using stored body fat as your major source of energy since you won't be consuming many carbohydrates, which is typically the source of energy. The effect of this is that working out may become even more challenging, especially at the beginning of your keto diet journey. This happens because the main source of the brain's fuel is glucose, and glucose is gotten from carbs. Because you will be consuming little carbohydrate, the body will have to adjust to breaking down the fatty tissue stored in the body for energy. This is what causes the weakness and fogginess that people feel when they first begin their keto diet. During times like this, it is best to avoid exercises that require a lot of strength or quick reactions, such as cross-country skiing, Tabata training, hill walking, running, and so on. During the first few weeks of the keto diet, it is best to stick to exercises you are used to, as it is not the time to try out new exercises. Some people get the keto flu, characterized by nausea, headaches, constipation, sugar craving, and fatigue due to starting a ketogenic diet. Although the symptoms pass within the first few weeks, it's still not the best time to try out new workout routines or engage in too many activities. The keto diet is an appetite-suppressing diet. As a result, you rarely feel hungry. The effect of this is even when you need to eat to provide your body with fuel to carry you through a workout session, and you don't feel like you need to eat. It is important to note that undereating will affect your performance and results. So, when combining the keto diet with exercise, do not cut calories too strictly and ensure you are not undereating. It is very crucial to pay attention to your body when you are on a keto diet. If you are always tired and dizzy, it may mean that your body is not really doing well on a diet, and you should probably increase your carb intake. If you feel better after adding more carbs to your meals, then the keto diet might not be for you. Do not forget that your health is the principal thing. The kind of exercises to combine with keto diet. Just as mentioned earlier in this chapter, not all exercises go well with the keto diet. Carbs fuel some exercises because short bursts of energy characterize them. Such exercises include high-intensity interval training or HIIT, crossfitting, strength training, etc. These exercises are generally called anaerobic exercises. Although these exercises don't stretch over many periods, they usually require a lot of energy, which is gotten from carbs. Since we minimize our carb intake on a diet, it would be best not to do anaerobic exercises. So what are the best exercises to do on a keto diet? It is best to do exercises that involve low intensity and can be done over a longer period, say anything above 30 minutes, to get tangible results over time. The following exercises are recommended. Number 1, aerobic exercise. Aerobic exercise, also known as cardio exercise, consists of physical activities that involve low to moderate intensity that can be sustained for over 30 minutes to improve your cardiorespiratory fitness. Unlike anaerobic exercise that consumes glycogen as fuel, aerobic exercise burns stored body fat as fuel, and therefore it is the perfect kind of workout for people on a keto diet. Walking, dancing, swimming, biking, and the likes are all examples of aerobic exercise. Number 2, flexibility exercise. Flexibility exercises help stretch the muscles, improve muscle range, and support the joints. Exercises like this are also good for the keto diet. This is because they are very low intensity exercises, yet they are effective in supporting soft tissue. Flexibility exercise is very useful after high and moderate intensity workouts as they keep muscles from going sore. Examples of this exercise include yoga, lunges, triceps, hamstring stretch, ribbit, etc. Number 3, stability exercise. Stability exercise helps in developing balance, which is very much needed when on the keto diet. This kind of exercise is especially good because they are a low-intensity exercise and don't require much energy. They help improve alignment, improve control of movement, and strengthen muscles. Examples of this kind of exercise include planks, crunches, glute bridges, etc. The effects of combining keto diet with exercise. Combining the keto diet with exercise yields amazing results. The benefits are listed below. Number 1, improved endurance. Exercising while on a keto diet helps build endurance. While it is true that the keto diet does not go well with high-intensity workouts, it is also true that they fit perfectly with cardio exercises, which involve doing moderate to low-intensity exercises over a longer period. This is what results in endurance building. Number 2, enhanced muscle recovery. Studies have shown that working out on a keto diet helps in speeding up muscle recovery after workouts. This is because following a ketogenic diet helps in reducing the levels of creatine kinase and lactate dehydrogenase, which are 2 enzymes that are used to gauge muscle damage. Number 3, boosts fat burning. Scientific studies have shown that following a keto diet helps boost the body's ability to burn fat during exercise, especially during prolonged moderate intensity workouts. How do you measure body weight? Body weight is one sure indicator for a healthy individual. The weighing scale is in most homes because measuring body weight is essential in checking whether we are doing well or not. For some illnesses, there is an accompanying body weight loss. But for the illness of obesity, the reverse is the case. The weight of the body also assesses the progress of a diet plan. But could we have been going about this wrongly? Michael J. Ormsby, in his book, Changing Body Composition Through Diet and Exercise, says that the body weight is not an accurate check for health. He insists that checking healthiness using body composition should be more appropriate. Nevertheless, there are many articles online on how we can effectively measure and interpret our body weight. For example, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC, on their website outlines the different levels of weight, showing when one is underweight, normal, overweight, or worse, obese. If your body mass index, or BMI, is less than 18.5, it falls within the underweight range. If your BMI is 8.5 to 24.9, it falls within the normal or healthy weight range. If your BMI is 25 to 29.9, it falls within the overweight range. If your BMI is greater than or equal to 30, it falls within the obese range. Body weight is associated with a few things. Two of those things are energy levels and body muscle mass. When you exercise, doing muscle exercises, you would be gaining mass, but in your muscles. This is good because as you age, there is the tendency to lose muscle mass and become weak. Research has it that about 5% of muscle mass is lost after every 10 years. But exercising to maintain muscle mass will keep you strengthened, even in old age. Unfortunately, some women dread muscle exercise because they feel they do not want to look masculine. But a needed amount of muscle mass is needed to remain strengthened. When weighing, the muscle mass and the weight of the fats in the body would contribute to the total body weight. But what if you had a fat loss of 2 pounds and a gain of 3 pounds of muscle? This is supposed to be healthy, but weighing would measure this as a weight gain. It is perceived as a sad outcome when in reality, it's good news. You may ask, what is wrong with being fat? Feeling great about your body is good as long as you are healthy. People whose body mass indexes, or BMI, do not exceed the zone of normality are found to be healthier. Their bodies develop resistance to diseases and infections, which is great. People engage in health plans because they want to look and feel healthy, be healthy, and remain strong even in old age. Therefore, looking healthy should not be tied to weight loss, but the right balance of muscle mass and fat. Now, this is not to say that the body mass index, or BMI, is useless. The BMI is helpful when comparing different people to determine the risk of a certain disease on them, like a high BMI is associated with pulmonary, heart-related diseases. But being underweight according to the BMI does not necessarily mean you should freak out because it is bad. Body fat percentage. What is the next step after learning that your former ways of measuring your body weight are wrong? You need to determine your body fat. Determining the body fat clears so many confusion. You can measure this to differentiate it from your muscle gain so you can work with your results better. The body fat comprises both the essential body fat, which is found in the organs like the heart, kidney, intestines, etc., and the storage of body fat used by the body when needed. The storage body fat produces energy, and it comprises the visceral fat found around organs and the subcutaneous fat, which is just underneath the skin. There are devices which technicians use to measure the overall body fat. One of the methods is using the skin fold measurement, where the skin is clipped with calipers. The skin fold measurement is not a standard but reference data. There are other ways, but they are not 100% accurate, like using the waist-hip ratio or waist circumference, which measures abdominal fat. Fat-free mass index, or FFMI. Fat-free mass refers to the mass of the body that is free of fat. This is composed of the muscle, bones, ligaments, tendons, or other parts of the body. The fat-free mass, or FFM, sometimes called muscle mass, is differentiated from the fat mass using the densitometry method. But the effects of diseases such as excess fluid retention and other mineralization affect the lean body mass, making the densitometry method inaccurate. The hydrometry method helps to determine the FFM using isotope dilution, but the results could be delayed. The most expensive model, the multi-component models, is also the most accurate method. Talk to a professional if you seek to determine the percentage of your body fat. It is a healthier option. Chapter 7. Meal Plan. A keto diet offers a lot of flexibility because there are combinations that are suitable for vegetarians and for people who eat meat. There is always a good variety of meat to choose from. It is also possible to combine local ingredients as long as the dietary constituents of the ingredients are known. Keto-friendly beverages include sparkling water, unsweetened coffee, and unsweetened green tea. Also, try to rotate vegetables, pork, rabbit, oxtail, beef, fish, and seafood, eggs and dairy, snacks and appetizers, and poultry, especially when you're on a diet for the long term. Fruits such as cashew, orange, almond, coconut, lemon, raspberries, mulberries, blackberries, and banana can brighten the diet. You can also include nuts like macadamia, peanuts, and walnuts. A simple keto menu. A regular ketogenic breakfast would compose of the following. Number 1, veggie and egg muffins with tomatoes. Number 2, spinach omelet, basil, and tomato. Number 3, fried eggs with mushrooms. A ketogenic lunch comprises of the following. Number 1, almond milk, spinach, cocoa powder, and a keto milkshake. Number 2, avocado shrimp salad. Number 3, low-carb sesame chicken and broccoli. A keto dinner composes of the following. Number 1, cauliflower and mixed veggies. Number 2, spaghetti squash bolognese. Number 3, cheese shell tacos with salsa. Smoothie recipes. Green keto smoothies are high in fiber, fat, and low in carb, containing fruits and vegetables convenient for those following the keto diet. Smoothies can be taken as either a breakfast or a snack or a workout drink. Here are the kinds of smoothie recipes. Lemon cucumber green smoothie. This smoothie composition of lemon and cucumber, place it on a high water content scale. One serving of lemon cucumber green smoothie provides 100 kilocalories and the following combinations: 6 grams of fat, 10 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fiber, and 4 grams of protein. To make one serving of this smoothie, you should consider blending the following ingredients: 1/2 cup or 120 milliliters of water, 1/2 cup or 113 grams of ice, 1 cup or 130 grams of sliced cucumber, 1 cup or 20 grams of spinach or kale, 1 tablespoon or 30 milliliters of lemon juice, and 2 tablespoons or 14 milliliters of milled flaxseed. Strawberry and cream smoothie. This is a delicious treat involving heavy cream. This dairy product is not only low in fat but has almost no lactose. One serving of these smoothies provides calories of 431 kilocalories, 43 grams of fat, 10 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber, and 4 grams of protein. To make one serving of this smoothie, blend the following ingredients: 1/2 cup or 120 milliliters of water, 1/2 cup or 110 grams of frozen strawberries, and 1/2 cup or 120 milliliters of heavy cream. Chocolate peanut butter smoothie. Chocolate and peanut butter have never rhymed so well as in this smoothie. One serving of this smoothie provides calories of 345 kilocalories, 31 grams of fat, 13 grams of carbs, 4 grams of fiber, and 11 grams of protein. To make one serving of chocolate peanut butter smoothie, you can blend the following ingredients: 1 cup or 240 milliliters of low-carb plant-based milk such as unsweetened almond milk or unsweetened coconut milk, 2 tablespoons or 32 grams of creamy peanut butter, 1 tablespoon or 4 grams of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of heavy cream, and 1/2 cup or 113 grams of ice. Mixed berry and avocado smoothie. To make your mixed berry smoothie keto-friendly, bulk up the smoothie with healthy fat and keep the amount of mixed berry low instead. Berries are rich in fibers that help in digestion. One serving of this smoothie provides calories of 330 kilocalories, 26 grams of fat, 21 grams of carbs, 12 grams of fiber, and 12 grams of protein. To make this, the following ingredients should be integrated: 1 cup of 240 milliliters of low-carb plant-based milk such as unsweetened almond milk and unsweetened coconut milk, 1/2 cup or 98 grams of frozen mixed berries. Raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries are recommended for the keto diet. 1 cup or 226 grams of ice cubes, 1/2 of an avocado or 100 grams, and an optional sweetener of erythritol. Vanilla chia seed protein smoothie. 1 ounce of chia seed contains 10 grams of fibers and antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids. One serving of vanilla chia seed protein smoothie gives calories of 198 kilocalories, 39 grams of fat, 6 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, and 28 grams of protein. To make one serving of this delicious smoothie, blend the following ingredients: 1/2 cup or 240 milliliters of unsweetened almond milk or any other low-carb plant-based milk, 1 cup of frozen strawberries, 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder, and 2 teaspoons of chia seeds for sprinkling and stirring in. Keto Vanilla Milkshake. A combination of low-carb plant-based milk like unsweetened almond, heavy cream, and vanilla provides the perfect creamy taste milkshake that is not only delicious, but healthy. 1 serving of the milkshake provides calories of 365 kilocalories, 38.7 grams of fat, 3.1 grams of carbs, 0.3 grams of fiber, and 2.8 grams of protein. Blend the following ingredients to prepare 1 serving of Keto Vanilla Milkshake. 1/2 cup or 240 milliliters of unsweetened almond milk, 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of heavy cream, 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder, and 1/2 cup or 113 grams of ice. Clean Green Smoothie. This is a popular healthy smoothie. It is not your typical sweet, savory, and tasteful smoothies. This smoothie is packed with fat from avocado and has anti-inflammatory ingredients gotten from the leafy greens. 1 serving of this smoothie contains 360 calories, 33 grams of fat, 10 grams of carbs, 12 grams of fiber, and 8 grams of protein. Blend the following ingredients to get 1 serving of this smoothie. 1/2 of an avocado or 100 grams, 1/2 cup or 98 grams of frozen fruits. Raspberries, strawberries, and blackberries are recommended. 1/2 cup or 240 milliliters of unsweetened almond milk, and 2 teaspoons of chia seeds. Chapter 8. Keto Fears. The ketogenic diet and its high-fat content are controversial in the world of foods and nutrition. While some dietitians have the opinion that it is safe and healthy to lose weight, some critics do not think so. This is because the diet was originally developed to improve the seizures in epileptic children. However, over time, its ability to produce metabolic changes due to its specific composition of high-fat, low-carb, and moderate protein got the attention of weight-losing individuals. Thus, sometimes along the years, the transition occurred. Presently, it is a trending dietary plan with its most popular benefit of weight loss. Despite the benefits of exploring ketogenic diets, some people still entertain fear when considering opting for the diet. In order to not be biased, the keto diet has its risks and side effects attached to it, as discussed in a previous chapter. Ketogenic diets and eating disorders. The thing is that when diving into any form of eating diet, one needs to weigh the pros and cons of embarking on the diet. Unfortunately, some individuals explore ketogenic dieting, they blindly pay little attention to know if it suits their body type. In the long run, ketogenic dieting individuals may obsess over following it so much that it slowly morphs into an eating disorder called orthorexia. Orthorexia, alongside bulimia and anorexia, is a form of eating disorder where the food becomes such an obsession that it brings stress to the individual. This can cause unintentional and unhealthy relationships with food. Symptoms that show when initially well-intentioned dieting turns slowly into an eating disorder include the trigger of anxiety during meals. Once the obsession with how healthy your diet has to be will bring about your stress and anxiety, especially when in a public setting, know that something is starting to go wrong. Then, when it all comes down to binging, know that orthorexia has begun to set in. What usually follows the binging is an attempt to compensate for food by being super strict in the diet. But do note that any type of diet can be done improperly, so the development of the eating disorder isn't exactly unique to ketogenic diets. If you already have an unhealthy relationship with food, the last thing you want to do is dive into another diet. If not, over the long run, ketogenic dieting will end up not being for you. Ketogenic diets and high cholesterol. Ketogenic diet's composition of low carbs improves the cholesterol profile of the body. Usually, it raises high-density lipoprotein, or HDL, and decreases levels of potentially harmful triglycerides, which are beneficial to the body. However, keto dieting may raise low-density lipoprotein, or LDL, cholesterol levels in the body for some individuals. For example, people with fat-induced lipemia should steer clear of this diet. Ketogenic diets and nutrient deficiencies. There is an association of nutrient deficiencies with keto dieting. This is a wrong school of thought. Studies have shown that low-carb diets can contain the adequate nutrients that the body requires. It provides the complete nutrition of any food in the world. Meat, fish, and vegetables, major components of a ketogenic diet, are highly nutritious foods. Another misunderstanding is the idea that because of the lack of some fruits taken into the body, there is a possibility of nutrient deficiency in some vitamins. Keto-approved fruits have vitamin C and other important nutrients necessary for nutrition. Switching to a ketogenic diet would mean more sources of vitamins and mineral for you and your diet. Ketogenic diets and the environment. Because of the amount of protein ketogenic diets require, it is believed that the environment is prone to depletion. This misunderstanding will be cleared if you understand that a ketogenic diet is simply a low-carb diet. It is a choice to undergo a ketogenic vegan diet. In addition, the amount of protein taken in is usually moderate, therefore there is no excessive consumption in this type of diet. Ketogenic diets and emotions. Another fear is keto flu. This is a result of the change in the body's method of metabolism. There is a change in the source of energy that is used in the body. Hence, symptoms that are very similar to that of depression might set in. This includes tiredness, irritability, or brain fog. With time, these symptoms develop as the body finally adjusts to this new diet. Taking in enough fluid is encouraged during this period of keto flu. Depression might set in when an eating disorder sets in. Ketogenic diets and exercise. Athletes and gymnasts use the ketogenic diet to assist them in building muscles and endurance, although the first few weeks of beginning a keto diet might affect the capacity usually given during exercise. After adaptation finally takes place, ketosis can make people feel even more energetic. There are types of ketogenic diets recommended for gymnasts and those who dive into exercising. Ketogenic diets and ketoacidosis. People who undergo ketogenic diets have ketosis. Ketoacidosis is a metabolic condition that occurs mainly in people with type 1 diabetes. It is a life-threatening complication where the dangerously high levels of ketones in the body make the blood acidic. On the other hand, nutritional ketosis is a safe response of the body to the diet when taken in for a long period. The bottom line is that finding the right ketogenic diet for your body requires a medical professional or a nutritionist. That way, the chances of the risk factors associated with the diet can be eliminated. Conclusion. I trust that this book has been explorative on the culture of the keto diet. The diet is referred to as a culture because the ketogenic diet becomes a way of life. At the beginning of the diet, the body could react in abnormal ways for a few days. It does this until it starts using up ketones instead of carbohydrates to provide energy. It sure takes courage to start, but the rewards of following through are numerous. The how-tos on dieting were discussed. Eating a little late in the morning and avoiding heavy meals at night are the noticeable things in the keto diet. What to eat, which intimates about the kind of food combinations during a diet, were also discussed. On what not to eat, the kinds of drinks, vegetables, snacks, and fruits to avoid were discussed. In the chapter on meal planning, there is enlightening about the fact that it is possible to spice up meals in attractive ways. Improving your energy levels, the health of your organs, brain functioning, and avoiding diseases like polycystic ovary syndrome are notable rewards. Measuring the progress of your work is more effective when you are aware of the percentage of fat in your body. When this is known, not just a superficial idea of the body weight, quality decisions can be made. Some nutritionists believe that combining the ketogenic diet with exercise or intermittent fasting can enhance results. Seeking knowledge about the intended path is advisable before embarking on it. One last quick tip is to find a community of like minds. Look for other people who desire to embark on the keto diet. There would be sharing of ideas with these people. Everyone draws encouragement from each other too. Local supplements can also be discovered this way. One-on-one gatherings can help to discover the community. Social media is also another opportunity. These days, online communities are effective in meeting like-minded people. People who celebrate each other when there is a win and comfort each other at downtimes are stronger.